Hi, friends, and welcome to another completely unkempt version of Socially Distant. And because life is a highway and I want to ride it all night long, I'm Brian Noonan. Well, it's Wednesday, or as the completely out of touch still say, hump day. Yes, hump day. There is no more hump day here in the time of COVID because every day is one step closer to the abyss. Yes, the gaping black hole that we are all falling into because, people are still having parties, still going out, still doing things. But what are you going to do? As you can tell, I've decided to completely chuck it all and adopt the look of every old man you used to see at a Grateful Dead show and every middle-aged parrot head who is still hoping to waste away someday in Margaritaville. Let's face it, it's about time for me to just say, screw it, chuck it all, move to some beach community somewhere, get a job at a 5,000-watt daytimer radio station, and become a raconteur at the local watering hole. Young kids and tourists will come in, maybe not young kids, college-age kids on spring break, and they'll say, "Who's that weirdo sitting in the corner by himself?" And the bartender will say, "Oh, be careful of that one. Buy him a drink, he'll tell you a lot of stories. Buy him too many drinks, and he'll want to cut off your head and make it a bowling ball." It'll be fun. Then I'll go on the air and talk about nothing, or adopt some crazy conspiracy theories and become the Art Bell of, I don't know, pick any small waterfront town where I could be doing morning radio. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? No, it sounds like a well thought out fever dream. That's all it is. Me going somewhere and actually enjoying myself. Wouldn't be any good. You know what I did today? This was very exciting, and despite warnings from the president and the new postmaster general, I went to the post office. Yes, actually in person. I actually went yesterday and today. I love the post office because where else can you go? They're giving you the free box. Priority mail. You go in. My wife needed a couple boxes because, as you know, I've mentioned before, we're selling stuff. Things that are, as we downsize, things we don't need anymore. And then as we're helping my mom do the same thing, we're on consignment selling some things for her too. Well, my wife needed a couple boxes because she had some American Girl doll clothes and things to sell. Now, if you're not a father of a daughter, or the parent of a daughter for that matter, and you don't know what American Girl dolls are, they're really overpriced dolls that are made somewhere, I think in Wisconsin, and they're about 15 inches high, and they have different personas and they have different outfits, and you can take them to a place in Chicago where you can have lunch with your doll and do your hair like your doll. It's a whole racket, and it is a subculture of America that's almost as scary as some of the other subcultures without all the racism and hate. Until you try to cross one of these American Girl moms or their kids, then the hate really comes out. Anyway, so we sold some things and my wife has to ship them because, who knows? I don't get involved in that. Anyway, she said, "Hey, can you go to the post office and get me a couple priority mail boxes?" Perfect. You walk into the post office. I don't know if you've been in a post office lately. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, might be exaggerating a little, but all the stuff you need is right there. You can come in with nothing, and they have all the supplies. You got to buy them, except for the priority and express mail boxes, because they have the boxes right there and the envelopes. Fill them up, you pay whatever the postage is, and it's guaranteed. So yesterday, I go and I find some boxes. Today, it was time to actually mail them. Now, I'm trying to be extra polite when I go into the post office because I know these employees are under fire from the current administration. And I go in. Now, the post office is really working hard for their to stay in line with COVID. They have giant plexiglass. The people are wearing the plastic face masks and the face covering. It's hard to even, unless you are blinking out a message, it's really hard sometimes to figure out what these people are saying. But everything is perfect. Now, where else can I send a box for $5 that's going to be there in a couple days? Allegedly. Now, I know in the past, priority mail was a lock. You sent it, 2 days later it was at somebody's house. Perfect. Today we'll see. You know what I miss at the post office? And I think I talked about the post office last week too, but it's on everybody's mind. I miss going into the post office back in the day and being able to see the 10 most wanted from the FBI. Or they used to have a thing that hung on the wall. It was like a flip, kind of a Rolodex with all the old wanted posters. So I would stand there after I did my business and I would play amateur sleuth and I would look through the wanted posters and see what people had done and see if I recognized anybody, see if I was on any of the posters, which thankfully I was not. But it was fun. They don't really do that anymore. I looked around today. There are no wanted posters at the FBI or at the post office from the FBI. Do you even remember the 10 most wanted? It was on, and it was never really something good. There might be one or two violent crimes in there. A lot of them were, tax evasion or other kind of things that were not glamorous. Nothing that would make an episode of Law and Order. But that's what I used to do. Fascinated, because I used to want to be, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a cop or an FBI agent, until I realized I had to be physically fit, and for the FBI I had to go through a lot of schooling. And I was like, that might not be it. Maybe I'll just play a cop on a TV show or something. That would be much better. All right, listen, I apologize for not being here Monday, but I was doing real radio. Yes, I know, it's hard to believe, but I was on actual big-time broadcasting, and by big-time broadcasting, I mean I looked exactly like this, sitting in this exact same chair, except I was talking into a microphone and a mixer that was then sent to Milwaukee, and then beamed out across the world via the internet. That makes it sound a little bit bigger than it probably was, but still, that's where I was on Monday, in case you were wondering, which I'm sure you were not. All right, man, I got to go pour me some margaritas, hang loose, because what a long, strange trip it's been. Still no haircut. That's right. I'm letting it go. That's been the decision. I'm letting it go. So, that's all for today. I will talk to you again on Friday. Have a wonderful couple of days. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for telling your friends about it. Thank you for liking and subscribing, which I guess you have to do down there. I'm really bad at reminding you to do that, but if you're here, you've probably already done it. So tell some other people to do it. I don't get really anything out of it other than the enjoyment and knowledge that some of you are having fun watching this. Ooh, the wind is blowing the doors open because I have all the windows open today. It's very nice. Okay, I gotta go. Until next time, hang loose, stay safe, stay masked, stay socially distant. Bye.